I have to say, I love Lifetime. I've watched it my entire life. I love this network. And one reason I love it is because they are just always on things and like ripped from the headlines immediately. I mean, this story is still unraveling and we've got a movie.
Oh yeah. No, there's still more to be revealed, absolutely, and more to find out about. But hopefully this movie will show a lot of people or give them information about kind of a little more behind the scenes of who was the mastermind. You saw a little bit of the Rick Singer character. He was the man who was the college admissions counselor coach who was helping kids get into colleges. And he also did this legitimately. There were people who actually used him, as my character does initially, and then asked for a little more help, and suddenly there's this other side door aspect to it. So apparently he worked with over 700 families. So only 50 some odd were arrested so far.
For you, were you like me? Were you seeing these headlines and reading the story before, you got involved with this project?
I think everybody was, right? Am I right? It was hard to get away from the news, and I think it's just been something that people are fascinated with. I think it's really hit a nerve with our country and beyond, actually. I mean, a lot of people are trying to get into our colleges from other countries. It's been, I think, a very compelling story about what people will do and how far they will go and at what cost to get their children into some of the top colleges. And the fear of not being able to get in. And, and I know that it, definitely angered some who maybe don't have it so easy and maybe don't have the privilege and the money. And so who've really worked hard and struggled and to try and get into some of these schools, and then thinking, oh, and then you can do it this way. And so I think that was a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah, and like you said, it touches on so many hot button issues, whether it's class and privilege or race. I mean, all of that is sort of intertwined in this story, which is why I think people have such like a visceral reaction to
Absolutely.
the headlines.
And I think kids are just put under a lot of pressure these days, more than I ever remember, about getting into college and applying. I have a friend whose daughter's applying to like 22. My 18-year-old who just graduated from high school, she has a friend that I think applied to 27. My daughter's doing a gap year because there was so much anxiety and pressure around it that we just sort of took that off the table because I knew that she wouldn't be able to handle it. And I just think in our culture, I mean, in Europe, they do gap years. It's a very normal thing in Australia. So I think, I don't know, hopefully this is going to open up a conversation. I think it's been a broken system for a long time, and I feel like hopefully this is just going to shed light on it and maybe have us rethink the way in which we approach college and children and applying and all of that. I hope.
Totally.
Cautionary tale, if you will.